Look at those stairs. Aren't they lovely? Okay? Now let's just study what's going on here right now, because what is the most obvious problem right now? There's no hole. Okay, so guess what? You make the floor and then you make a hole. Okay, so you make a floor just by drawing around the outside of the perimeter, just like you do with a roof. Okay, same thing. Ceilings and roofs, you do them the same way. So now a couple things we got going on here that does look humorous. First of all, I don't really like the way the railing looks, so I'm just going to get rid of that. You can just go click on the railing and delete it. It looks a little bit more like basement stairs there. And you could put another railing on, but those balusters just didn't really get it for me. You'll notice that these are poking up. That's actually standard procedure. If you ever take a look at how stairs penetrate a floor, you're always going to have the stringers kind of come up at the very edge. Look at your basement stairs tonight. When you take a look at it, you'll see the stringer right on the edge. That's what you're looking at right now. So that's what's happening. So now, what do we do now? Well, I'm going to do a couple things here. First of all, I'm going to go back to level 1. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this and I'm going to nudge this into the corner. How do I do that? Arrow keys. Arrow keys are your friend. And the farther in you are with your zoom, the more accuracy you can have to move your stairs. Now, boom, they're in place. Looks pretty good. And now let's see how it looks going back to 3D view. Now they're tucked in the corner very nicely, okay? And you see they're sitting right on the floor there. Life is good. Okay, except for one problem. My floor. Okay, my floor right now. What I did is I turned off my walls so I could actually have better access to my floor, make life a little bit easier. But when you click on this right here, you can actually see the stairs underneath, okay? So that's kind of cool. So what I'm going to do here, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go here and I'm going to use the vertical opening. I'm going to cut a vertical opening through a roof, a floor, or ceiling. That's what it does. So I'm going to use vertical right here. You could use shaft, but that goes all the way down. We're just going to use vertical. So when I go to vertical and I pick my floor, and you got, by the way, let me just show you that again, okay, because I did two things kind of quickly. I start vertical, and now you'll notice right here it's telling me select a floor, roof, ceiling, or soffit to create a vertical penetration. So I have to pick it. So to pick it, I hold my cursor over here and I click. And then it's highlighted. Okay, now it's highlighted. So now I'm just going to make a rectangle, and I'm going to go here, and I'm going to kind of like find this place and bring it down to here and let her go. And then I'm going to click and see what I got. Well, it looks like I got a pretty presentable hole now. And so let me look and see if I did a good job. Well, yeah, looking pretty good. Looking pretty good there. So if I go here and if I were to take a look and pull my section box back a little bit, get a better idea as far as like just what's happening here. How are we looking here? Well, that's looking pretty good. That's pretty much how your stairs go. You pretty much have a hole in your floor where your stairs come up. That's standard, okay? So that is how that works. Now, one other thing, we want the stairs to be multi-story. We want them actually to penetrate through not just from the basement to the first floor, but also to the second floor. So to do that, I'm going to go ahead and select the stairs, and then you'll notice right here, I've got edit stairs, and I got multi-story stairs, okay? If I choose multi-story, all right, I can then choose an elevation, and I can pick a level. So I'm going to hit the open the view, and what level do I want them to penetrate up to? 3. Whoever said 3, that's right. I hit the green check mark, and let's see how we did. Let's take a look at it in 3D, and there they are. Okay, I now have a stacked set of stairs. They're exactly the same, which is the way stairs are. That's how they work. And then at that point, what else do I need? Well, I need on level 3, I need to go in here and I need to add a cut into the floor. So I do the same thing. I go here and I'm going to do a vertical cut, and now I need to pick the floor. Now I can't get at the floor because these verschluggener walls. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to VG, and I'm going to turn off my walls so I can get at those a little bit easier. Turn off the walls. What's that?
You said VG?
VG. VG is, that's something we learned, I think, the first night. And that's visual graphics, visibility graphics. And that's how you can turn off these different objects. It's the same thing as layers in AutoCAD.
Oh, okay.
Yep. And so now that I've got that, I can grab my floor, and now I'm ready to go. I can go ahead and make a rectangle, and just make a rectangle. Don't get fancier than that. And then go from here to here, boom. And I click my green check mark, and then I'm going to take a look at it, and shazam, there they are. Okay? So that is how you make stairs. All right? And so I made it look pretty easy. It actually is pretty easy if you do it just like I showed you. But let's do it in our project that I'm doing right along with you. And I'm doing this live without a safety net, so I could crash and burn right in front of you, but I don't think I will. That's why I have the boldness to try this. A lot of people won't do this, but I'm going to. Because, when you teach, you actually have to take chances. So here we are. So here's my model, and don't forget, you don't want to, you want to go in here, and I'm missing this window, but I'm going to get to that later. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and I'm going to go to level 1. Actually, I'm going to go to my basement, because my basement is where I want my stairs to start. So coming down here into the basement, let me try this. Let me go down to the basement right here. Not sure if I need to go there. No, I think the basement right here is fine. Okay, so now looking at the floor plan, looking at the basement, I am now seeing right now this overlay, and I don't necessarily want to see that overlay. So let's see, I'm looking right now at this overlay. I'm going to say none for right now, and I just want to get rid of that. Now let me try to put my stairs and see if I get the same kind of success, and I hope I can. All right, so, okay, so going here to architecture, and I'm going to go to stair, okay? And what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the same thing that I told you that we do. I'm going to go ahead and click here, 1, 2, over. And what I've learned, and I'll go ahead and click there. And now what I've learned is if I go ahead and line it up here, I could actually go ahead and save the step of adjusting the crook. And I go ahead and go here, and looks like that's going that far. And then I'm going to go ahead and take this, and I'm going to move these over like that. I hope this looks okay. And we'll go ahead and move like that. And let's see what we've got. I'm going to go ahead and save it. And I've got that in place. Let's see how we look here. So we're here, and I'm going to.
How'd you know what I was
I'm using the defaults. So as far as that goes, if they don't fit correctly, I have to tweak the height and so forth. But by default, I think these will fit. Let's find out. And so going here, I'm going to go to my 3D view and go to my section box. Your section box is really going to help you a lot here. Just kind of looking back and forth. Just as you can see, I'm using it a lot. I think it will probably help you guys too. So how did we do here? Let's see here. So I got my stairs. Looks like I cut a little too deep. So let me, and I don't have a floor yet, so that, all right, so that looks kind of goofy. So let's do this. Let me put in a floor. And so I'll go to level 1. I'm going to put in a floor. Okay, so putting in a floor, I think we basically have seen how to do that. And the floor that we're going to put in is an architecture floor. And I'm going to do floor architecture. And I'm going to use this one right here. It's going to be the wood truss joist 12-inch carpet finish right there. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pick these lines to draw that. And I'm going to put in my floor there. And let's see how we look. I usually like walls that go up this way. Yeah, I guess so. Can't keep all floor joint, that's okay. Let's enjoy them. And let's see what we got here. So I went ahead and I've got this. And now I got my floor here, and we're looking good. And I'm going to do this. All right. Okay, so now I've got my stairs coming through here. Let's see how they look. And a little more complicated than my other plan. So I gotta manage this a little bit better. So I'm gonna pull this out. See how we're looking here, and back it in just a little bit.
So your floor looks like it altered your level between your basement and the first floor.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to tweak that. Then the thing is, let me grab this right here. And keep moving backwards. Okay, so how we got that? Okay, so that's looking. Let's see here. Looks like it didn't quite make it. That's right here. Okay, and so we're looking there, looking good there. And so let me see here. So that is looking pretty good there, but not perfect. So let me see here. So let me go ahead and grab this, and get rid of this. Okay, so let's see here. So now, what have I got here? So my top level is actually not grade, it's level 1. Let's try that.